As the Achaeans and Trojans fight for the benched-beaked ships, Patroclus reaches Achilles. When Achilles sees that Patroclus is crying, he pokes at him. "Why in tears, Patroclus? Like a girl, a baby running after her mother, begging to be picked up, and she tugs her skirts, holding her back as she tries to hurry off, all tears, fawning up at her till she takes her in her arms. That's how you look, Patroclus, streaming live tears. But why? Some news for the Myrmidons, news for me? Some message from Phthia that you alone have heard? They tell me Menoetius, Actor's son, is still alive, and Peleus, Iacchus' son, lives on among his Myrmidons. If both our fathers had died, we'd have some cause for grief. Or weeping over the Argives, are you, seeing them die against the hollow ships, repaid for their offenses? Out with it now, don't harbor it deep inside you. We must share it all." And Patroclus responds, "Achilles, son of Peleus, greatest of the Achaeans, spare me your anger, please. Such heavy blows have overwhelmed the troops. Our former champions, all laid up in the ships. All are hit by arrows or run through by spears. There's powerful Diomedes brought down by an archer, Odysseus wounded, and Agamemnon too, the famous spearman. And Eurypylus took an arrow shot in the thigh. Healers are working over them, using all their drugs, trying to bind the wounds. But you are intractable, Achilles. Pray God such anger never seizes me, such rage you nurse. Cursed in your own courage, what good will a man, even one in the next generation, get from you unless you defend the Argives from disaster? You heart of iron! He was not your father, the horseman Peleus. Thetis was not your mother. Never. The salt gray sunless ocean gave you birth, and the towering blank rocks. Your temper's so relentless. But still, if down deep some prophecy makes you balk, some doom your noble mother revealed to you from Zeus, well and good. At least send me into battle, quickly. Let the whole Myrmidon army follow my command. I may bring some light of victory to our Argives. And give me your own fine armor to buckle on my back, so the Trojans might take me for you, Achilles. Yes, hold off from attack, and Achaea's fighting sons get second wind, exhausted as they are. Breathing room in war is all too brief. We're fresh, unbroken, the enemy's battle-weary. We could roll these broken Trojans back to Troy, clear of the ships and shelters." And Achilles, No, my prince, Patroclus, what are you saying? Prophecies? None that touch me, none I know of. No doom my noble mother revealed to me from Zeus, just this terrible pain that wounds me to the quick. When one man attempts to plunder a man his equal, to commandeer a prize, exulting so in his own power, that's the pain that wounds me, suffering such humiliation. That girl, the sons of Achaea picked her as my prize, and I'd sacked a walled city, won her with my spear. But right from my grasp he tears her, mighty Agamemnon, that son of Atreus, treating me like some vagabond, some outcast, stripped of all my rights. Enough. Let bygones be bygones now. Done is done. How on earth can a man rage on forever? Still, by God, I said I would not relax my anger, not till the cries and carnage reached my own ships. So you strap my splendid armor on your back, you lead our battle-hungry Myrmidons into action. If now, in fact, The black cloud of the Trojans blasts down on the ships with full gale force, our backs to the breaking surf, but clinging still to a cramped strip of land. The Argives lost. The whole city of Troy comes trampling down on us, daring, wild. Why? They cannot see the brow of my helmet flash before their eyes. Oh, they'd soon run for their own lives and choke the torrent beds of the field with all their corpses, if only the mighty Agamemnon met me with respect. Now, as it is, they're fighting round our camp. No spear rages now in the hand of Diomedes, keen to save the Argives from disaster. I can't even hear the battle cry of Agamemnon break from his hated skull. But it's man-killing Hector, calling his Trojans on, his war cries crashing round me, savage cries of his Trojans sweeping the whole plain, victors bringing the Argive armies to their knees. Even so, Patroclus, fight disaster off the ships. Fling yourself at the Trojans full force before they gut our halls with leaping fire and tear away the beloved day of our return. But take this command to heart, obey it to the end, so you can win great honor, great glory for me in the eyes of all the Argive ranks, and they'll send her back, my lithe and lovely girl, and top it off with troves of glittering gifts. Once you have whipped the enemy from the fleet, you must come back, Patroclus. Even if Zeus, the thundering lord of Hera, lets you seize your glory, you must not burn for war against these Trojans, madmen lusting for battle, not without me. And you will only make my glory that much less. You must not, lost in the flush and fire of triumph, slaughtering Trojans outright, drive your troops to Troy. What if one of the gods who never die comes down from Olympus heights to intervene in battle? The deadly archer loves his Trojans dearly. No, you must turn back. Soon as you bring the light of victory to the ships, let the rest of them cut themselves to pieces on the plain. Oh, would to God, Father Zeus, Athena, and Lord Apollo, not one of all these Argives could flee his death. Not one. No Argive either. But we could stride from the slaughter, so we could bring Troy's hollowed crown of towers toppling down around us. You and I alone. So Patroclus and the Myrmidons arm for battle. They come to the aid of the Achaeans just as the first ship starts to burn. The fresh Myrmidons and Patroclus, dressed in the armor of Achilles, are able to beat the Trojans back, and soon it is the Trojans who are routed, running to the citadel of Troy. At one point, Patroclus fights Sarpedon, the son of Zeus. When Zeus considers intervening to save his own son, Hera talks him out of it. Patroclus kills Sarpedon and continues to kill Trojans, chasing them all the way to Troy against the will of Achilles. Patroclus tries to take the very walls of Troy without Achilles, and Apollo drives him back. Apollo causes Patroclus to be injured multiple times, but Hector gives Patroclus the death blow. After bringing Patroclus down, Hector taunts over him. "Patroclus, surely you must have thought you'd storm my city down. You'd wrest from the wives of Troy their day of freedom, drag them off in ships to your own dear fatherland. You fool! Rearing in their defense my war team, Hector's horses were charging out to battle, galloping full stretch. And I with my spear, Hector, shining among my combat-loving comrades, I fight away from them the fatal day. But you, The vultures will eat your body raw. Poor, doomed. Not for all his power could Achilles save you now. And how he must have filled your ears with orders as you went marching out and the hero stayed behind. Now don't come back to our hollow ships, you hear? Patroclus, master horseman, not till you've slashed the shirt around his chest and soaked it red in the blood of man-killing Hector. So he must have commanded, you maniac, you obeyed. And Patroclus, lying on the ground, dying, answers Hector. Hector, now is your time to glory to the skies. Now the victory is yours. A gift to the son of Kronos, Zeus, Apollo too. They brought me down with all their deathless ease. They're the ones who tore the armor off my back. Even if 20 Hectors had charged against me, they'd all have died here, laid low by my spear. No, deadly fate in league with Apollo killed me. From the ranks of men, Euphorbus, you came third, and all you could do was finish off my life. One more thing, take it to heart, I urge you. You too, you won't live long yourself, I swear. Already I see them looming up beside you, death in the strong force of fate, to bring you down at the hands of Aeacus' great royal son, Achilles! The life force flees from the body of Patroclus, and Hector continues, now talking to a corpse. Why, Patroclus, why prophesy my doom, my sudden death? Who knows? Achilles, the son of sleek-haired Thetis, may outrace me, struck by my spear first, and gasp away his life. Hector wrenches his spear from the body of Patroclus and keeps on fighting for his house and family.